Pull the numbers for all those guards, and I bet it's similar all around. That pick disproved it though. That's the point. I wouldn't say Kai was competing with me, but that light skin and triple double cocaine bear. He's talking about Draymond. I really gotta laugh to stop from crying. I swear I miss Ben Simmons. Lisa nigga would give me the. You wanna know what this was, bro? You wanna know what this was? I know exactly what he said this shit. Hold on. Stop the clock right here. 5 seconds left. Nigga, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? All the good stuff happens during my work week, and then I miss out. And I did not want to miss out. I didn't want to miss out on talking about this. But I always miss out. Like, I'm always super late to the party. When I draw my freaking. What's his name? What's the fat nigga? Black Boy Mac's side character. Him. When I was talking about him after he got exposed for that shit. I don't think I got on that till like a week later. I want to be early this time. Maybe not necessarily early, like earliest, but you know, like I want to be here while it's still relevant. All right, so basically, all of this is alleged right now, right? Basically, what happened, or what is being alleged that happened, is that Kevin Durant, NBA superstar, by the way, mind you, one of my top 3 favorite players of all time. It is being alleged that he was in group chats with seemingly fucking Twitter randoms shit talking his teammates and staff members from former and current teams. Obviously, not a good look if you're Kevin Durant, seeing as you were caught on a burner, kind of just defending your legacy and shit previously. Like this seems like some KD shit. If I'm being like as generous as possible, this, if it's real, could just be KD venting his frustrations about his current team and the way things panned out previously in his career and yada yada. That is me being as generous as possible. Even still, it's dumb as fuck. And I'm talking as if this shit is real because there is some evidence that it very well could be. We'll get to that later. But it's dumb as fuck because you don't know these niggas. They owe you no loyalty. These are Twitter randoms. There's a reason that this shit got leaked from Twitter group chats and not like a fucking iMessage chat or something. Like, it's, you don't know these niggas. They're people on Twitter with like NBA players as their fucking profile picture. Some of them had their face in their fucking AVI, but you get the point. Like, they're Twitter randoms. Why would you shit talk your teammates to Twitter randoms, bro? You're 37. You should know better. And again, one of your burners already got exposed. Yeah, let's get into some of these messages. I can't trust Jabari to make a fucking shot or get a stop. Just don't give him a tech free throw, to be honest. He's low-key retarded. Yikes. Coach called that play to pass to Alp. I'm going to turn the ball over with this shitty-ass team. I don't give a fuck. Your franchise player can't shoot or defend. That's a way bigger issue than my turnovers. Remember, these guys are your future. Okay. Oh, that's... Wait, hold on. Life with Devin Booker and Vogel. All this because Book returned. 2 dictators, Stalin and Hitler, Mussolini and Kim Jong-un. The Suns are my team when we lose and Book's team when we win. I really gotta laugh to stop from crying. I swear I miss Ben Simmons. Lisa would give me the. You wanna know what this was, bro? You wanna know what this was? I know exactly when you said this shit. Hold on. And if I remember correctly, obviously Kevin Durant is on the floor. Stop the clock right here. 5 seconds left. Nigga, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? Let's watch KD during this. Is this the highest quality available? We need that shit at 1080p. He is in disbelief. Look at how he is like, nigga. I mean, it wasn't really nothing he could do, so walking back makes sense. But you could tell by his body language. He is like, what the fuck was that? That is when he sent this. Pull the numbers for all those guards, and I bet it's similar all around. That pick disproved it though. That's the point. I wouldn't say Kai was competing with me, but that light skin and triple double cocaine bear. He's talking about Draymond. Yo, triple double cocaine bear is fucking crazy. Oh man, how did you even come up with that? If Warriors and Lakers meet, who are we cheering for? What kind of question is this? For sure, we cheering for Bron over Steph, Clay, and Draymond, brother. Hey, Kyrie thought the white European was gonna play honorable hoops. What is this little? I haven't been in a Twitter group chat since like 2023. Yeah, 2023. Is this like normal for it to have this little like split, or is this a sign that this could be like altered or manufactured and so? And see, this is weird. See, there's so much shit that adds up, and again, we will get to that. But there's so much shit that's weird that's making me say that this is just all alleged. It's also like I don't. At some points, he kind of tweets like a 16. He kind of DMs like a 16-year-old. So I don't know. We're gonna have to wait to hear it from the horse's mouth whether or not, or that's not the same. We're gonna have to wait to hear from the accused whether or not what's being alleged is real. I think he will obviously say no, but it's how he says no that I think will indicate. He was like, man, if y'all get off my dick, nigga, that ain't like, if he does some shit like that, it's like, okay, maybe it's real. If he tries to do some long-winded, like, overly explaining type shit, because if this ain't me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like, nigga, that ain't me. Fuck. And I'm moving on. I'd be like, do you think I'm in a group chat with random people on Twitter? No. Get off my dick. That actually might implicate him because the name is Get Off My Dick or something. But you get the point. Like, I would just keep it simple. Like, no, it's not me. Go away. But if he tries to do, like, something, like, extra, it sounds like he's trying to over-explain, like, how this isn't him and shit. Like, if he moves on from it quickly, it's probably not him. I will say he did look very stressed out during All-Star Weekend. Maybe he looked stressed out because he wasn't able to defend himself, but who knows. Nah, that nigga Kai was on his best behavior around the European, but treat his own people like we owe him something. See, I hate this because Kyrie was not able to play because he was like standing up for shit that he felt strongly about and believed in. He didn't want to get the jab, and he didn't see a problem with posting the Amazon link for that shit. And they was just standing on business, and they said, fuck you, you can't play. And he was like, all right, I guess I can't play. You're not about to make me bow down, like, to no man. I respect that. I always respected Kyrie, nigga. My favorite player of all time. I don't like how this is framing it though. Again, like we just said, we don't know if this is Katie. But if it is, nigga, you would have thought me and James shitted in that nigga's cereal. Like, do you know Kyrie to be a nigga that don't want to play basketball, bro? You and him very much have the exact same mentality when it comes to hoops. That nigga gives back to the game, like, his whole, like the nigga is basketball. Like, he sees the game as an art form, all that shit. You and Kyrie are like the same nigga, you just 7 feet tall. And you talking like that nigga didn't want to hoop? No, they wouldn't let him, and he wasn't about to go against his beliefs and lay down his sword in order to play basketball. He's like, fuck you niggas, I'll go do this shit someplace else. And he did. And them niggas went to the NBA Finals. If you don't stop screening pass-ups, shots for Steph, you get in wave. I know Jonathan Kaminga. Yo, JK. JK felt that one in his fucking soul, brother. I miss James, man. That's a good nigga. Slightly delusional, but I understand him. 37 in a group chat with Twitter randoms venting your frustrations. I could see why you would understand him. Not going to lie. Heard she fucking with Herbo. Dog, ain't no way KD typing. Nigga, you literally play in 1 minute. Something is wrong with this nigga, man. CP really ain't it. OKC rest past it more. Bro, game wouldn't be close if KD did not get frozen out. Every time out, he got me sitting in the corner. You sent this while in the tunnel. I'm crying. He was on his phone in the tunnel during All-Star weekend. Bro, he was on his phone on the court, my nigga. Like, he was... That nigga had to wake up the whole chat. He was like, red alert, red alert. Everybody go private. Don't answer no niggas questions or nothing. Don't answer no reporters. None of that. Delete everything. Red button. Wipe it out. Euro step God 2. Is this normal? That was beyond gay. That's just funny. That's just a funny. That's just funny. Make a shot, damn. Katie, you not shooting like that too often, man. That shit was just fluke, all those shots. See, you're just in a group chat with dick eaters, bro. This is all it is, man. I think y'all get the picture. Wait, what is this? This is something I haven't seen yet. This tweet is one to look at, asking him when he's back on the court. KD was injured from January 8, 2023 till March 1st, 23 with an MCL injury. This tweet is from Jan 25th, 23. Why would they be asking a random account when they back on the court, just as it happens that KD was injured? Now well... Can we click? Why didn't you click the tweet? Oh, I don't think that's a thing anymore. You used to be able to like click reply to see who the account was that you're no longer able to see tweets and shit from. And fucking Elon took that from us. This is why I hate that nigga. Shit. Okay. So, goddamn, bro. Can you imagine being Jabari Smith right now? Like, really? Let's. Jabari Smith has stated that, like, KD is, like, his idol. Like, that's his GOAT. And that nigga was a kid. Niggas ask him who he wants to be when he grows up or what he wants to be. I want to be Kevin Durant. He finally makes it to the league. He gets on the Rockets. He gets to play against Kevin Durant. He's like, yo, bro, I'm sharing a court with my fucking GOAT. This is crazy. And then eventually, his GOAT gets traded to his team. Now he's in a situation where he gets to talk to the nigga every fucking day. He gets to pick his brain. One of the best basketball brains on the offensive end of the floor that we've ever seen. He gets to, like, he gets to deep dive into this nigga's mind and like learn and take shit away from him. And KD is a nigga who gives back to the game. Like, that's a guy that you want on your team. Like, that's one of the best mentors you could possibly have. Jabari Smith is thinking that. Probably one of the best vets. Your vet is a nigga who is one of the most efficient and effective scorers this game has ever seen. And he's also your GOAT. You're thinking life is good. This is a perfect situation. And then you find out that this nigga was calling you retarded in group chats with fucking Twitter randoms, bro. Your GOAT was calling you. Your GOAT was calling you retarded in group chats with Twitter randoms, bro. But I don't know, bro. It's like, here's kind of my take on the whole situation. If this is real, right? When it comes to situations like this, that situation being saying something about somebody else when they're not in the room, it's always going to leave a bad taste in my mouth. But at the same time, it's like, it's different if you say these things to them as well, right? Like, we have a friend in our friend group named Trey. If you watch my streams, you see me play games with the nigga, right? We play 2K a lot. One of the things we always tell this nigga is, goddamn, he does not know how to make a build for Trey. So things that Trey likes to do, his build is not the best at doing them. And it takes him a lot to be able to get to the game that he wants to play, which is like a lot of slashing and a lot of shooting, right? His build isn't that great of a fucking slasher. It can't make layups, and it only has like an 83 3 ball. We're like, nigga, you could have made this build so much better if you would just do this, this, and this. And we also say those things when Trey is not on the game with us, right? As we'll look at that nigga's build, or it's like, say he's in a party with somebody else and he's playing with them. We'll look at that nigga's build and be like, damn, bro, we really fucked it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that. Like, if you would say it to them, it's not as bad if you say it when they're not around. Sometimes it's not a problem at all, right? Depending on what's being said. If you are not saying these things to them, like if you're not telling Sengun you want him to be better on fucking defense, but you're saying it to Twitter randoms, that's weird as fuck. That's like hoe behavior, right? If you're There's no good way to tell Jabari Smith Jr. that you think he's retarded. I'm just going to be honest. You would probably be saying something different to him in person. Like, hey, I need you to be more aware out there on the fucking court, right? I don't know. I don't know why he thinks Jabari is retarded. I don't know. Um, I don't know if he was getting into arguments with Devin Booker and Frank Vogel. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. But if he wasn't, it's like, if these are not things that you're saying to them, I don't know, bro. It's just a really, well, I guess on the other hand, people were already saying that like KD was like a team killer before any of this, right? Like, we've never really seen KD have beef with anybody except for maybe Draymond. At least not that I can think of. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've never seen him like get into it. I think he argued with Vogel before, but what I was getting at was maybe like he was just trying to avoid that shit becoming like a thing. Like, oh, KD is like a problem in locker rooms. Like, he was trying to avoid building that reputation because he still wants to be able to play basketball. Um, and teams might be a bit more iffy on whether or not they want to trade for him or sign him in free agency if it gets around that like he's just bad for locker rooms, you know. Because like he's a guy that a lot of people look up to. He holds influence, and for one of the more influential and you know one of the he's gonna be the most decorated guy in most locker rooms. Like he's just a guy people look up to. That's not somebody that you want being like toxic for your locker room. But I don't know. Maybe if he was saying these things in person, he would be going about the criticisms a bit differently. And again, we don't know if any of this is real. That reminds me, let's go over to some of the evidence that this could be KD. If this was a long con type of thing, they've been planning this out for a minute because saying Mo Life on September 29th, 2022, 4 years ago. September 29th is Kevin Durant's date of birth. Oh, I didn't even see this until just now. Okay, so this is a reply to KD on December 22nd, 2022. And it's just showing a stat line from KD when he was on the Nets. This guy's saying, "Welcome to hell." Yikes. Okay, this. Oh, man, it's real, bro. And this is one of the ones I wanted to show y'all. March 2nd, 2023. What's KD's burner at? It's Get Higher 77. I'm so sick of Steven Adams. We need some offense on this team. No, I didn't see this, dog. Not Steven. You snaking Steven Adams, bro? That one hurts my heart a little bit, bro. Steven Adams is a good dude. You've been on that. You've been on a team with that nigga before. He was on the Thunder. That one hurts my heart. That was some hoe ass shit, bro. I ain't never heard a nigga talk down about Steven Adams. I mean, I guess if anybody in KD was gonna pull a Bruce drop him off, or if anybody in the league was gonna be on some Bruce drop him off type shit, it would be KD. Ooh. Oh fuck. Alrighty. Yeah. Um. Like. I don't get it, bro. Like, you're 40, dog. You're like 37, 38 years old. You're basically 40. Why are you just in group chats with Twitter randoms shit talking your teammates? Did you think that was safe, bro? Like, even from just like an IQ perspective, them niggas don't owe you any fucking loyalty. Why are we calling Jabari Smith Jr. retarded in a group chat? And it's like, again, I get wanting to vent your frustrations about things. that's supposed to be like inner circle type shit though, which is why I'm questioning if he has friends in real life. And it's like, if this is how he behaves, bro, I could see why he wouldn't. Here's the thing, Kevin Durant obviously doesn't need to be a fucking loser. Like, we've seen him out at clubs and shit with people, like hanging out. Like, he's someone it seems like people like being around. The fucking Kyrie and James Harden team up, like, they orchestrated that shit. But I don't know, bro. Maybe it's just ego, dog. I think he really thinks that, like, nobody is touching the heights that he's reached. He might think that he should be the greatest player of all time. That's kind of what I believe about KD. He thinks that, it's just me speculating, I feel like he might think that shit went wrong in his career, and that's why he's not the GOAT. And maybe he's a bit bitter about that. Because niggas forget, it used to be LeBron and KD. Like, those two were the best players in the league, and they were the two that were like in the potential GOAT conversation back in the day. They're like, if anybody's gonna be taking over as the greatest of all time, it's one of these two. That was a combo. Maybe he feels a bit bitter about that. And that's why he's just like going around shit talking people. I don't know, maybe that's why he can't. I don't know, man. He blames his teammates for his shortcomings because he knows what could have been if he never tore his Achilles. Because, I mean, that Nets run, like we know what KD do, bro. That's maybe why he's mad at Kyrie, seemingly, right? Because, like, man, that nigga was on his best behavior. He couldn't help me get past the Bucks and win a ring. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't even know if he responds to any of this. Maybe he just waits for everything to blow over. And it just becomes like a Twitter meme until he retires. Like the KDF. Speaking of KDF, bro. I don't know. I didn't see it. Maybe I skipped over it. He made a weird joke about funding a company that makes drones that are being used against Palestine. Well, the new. Oh, here it is. If they need drones, we got you. What are we doing, dog? Like, that's disgusting. And again, being as generous as possible. Maybe that's just like a joke you're making in the group chat, but you actually might feel some type of way about it. I don't know. I can't be generous. Can't be. Kev, this is strange, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's also this. Don't know how true this is, but the Houston Rockets held a team meeting in late January regarding Kevin Durant's online behavior. A Rockets staffer saw Durant tweeting from a burner account before practice, which prompted the meeting. A dejected KD stormed out of the meeting after just a few minutes. So, Yeah, that's the KD files. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's just lame as fuck, bro. I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99.99% certain everything we just saw was real after some of the other stuff we saw as we were going through everything. Just a lame nigga behavior, dog. Come on, Lo. Come on. We don't know what the IDF is in 2026. Okay, I was gonna say, you know what the IDF is. I didn't think he was trying to like act like, I don't know what the ID. I think he just might not have known the acronym, but I've seen him be very vocal about this shit though. Low be standing on business. That's one thing about Low. That's why I respect him. He stands on business. I'll fuck with Low. Oh fuck. Is my audio not coming through? Do I have to start this whole thing over?
Was
Oh,
Adam
there
Silver
we
be
go.
doing it sometimes. Y'all don't mess with tradition. The response to that was y'all remember he changed the design of every major trophy there was and zero reason at all. So this is the initial response. KD, being KD, decides, damn, y'all even hate the trophies? Response to that was, not as much as I hate your drone investments. The response to that was, so you hate the trophies? My God, you guys are just miserable. Are you going to address the elephant in the room? Are you going to address the elephant in the room? Why do you hate the trophies this much? Look cheap and uncreative. I answer your question. Will you answer my question about Skydio, a drone company you invested in, selling it to IDF? I don't know who that is. Or will you stick by your brand of deflecting and ducking? So, for those who do not know, yes, KD has a company that's put money behind some terrible things, right? Terrible things. Oh, that's the Israel army. Okay. So Katie's put money behind it, and he's not now answering anything at all. And so now people decide to take it upon themselves to say, you know what, fuck it. Since you're not going to answer it, since everybody's avoiding these questions, let's go ahead and start exposing niggas. So now they decided to expose KD's burner. And these are some crazy fucking things he said. Coach called, and this is KD. This right here is KD's burner in a group chat. Coach called that play to pass to Alfred Şengün. LOL. I'ma turn the ball over with this shitty ass team. I don't give a fuck. Your franchise player can't shoot or defend. That's a way bigger issue than my turnovers. Remember, these guys are your future. I can't trust Jabari. This is this nigga's teammates he's talking about right now. I can't trust Jabari to make a fucking shot. Or get a fucking stop. Just don't give him a tech. Just don't give him a tech free throw, to be honest. He's low-key redacted. KD. That's your teammate, KD. You're talking spicy about a nigga that's your teammate. That you chose to be on that nigga team. You talking spicy. He said, nah, that nigga Kai really on his best behavior around the...
Yeah, bro, what the fuck? You didn't have to go there. Like, you could have stayed in Phoenix, nigga. You didn't have to go to the Rockets.
European, but treat his own people like we owe him something. This is referring to Kyrie Irving. When he went to Luka, he's all of a sudden doing all the right things, all that stuff. You would have thought me and James Harden, shitted in that nigga's cereal. Another one. If the Warriors and Lakers meet, who are we cheering for? That's KD Prime.
Oh, KD Prime.
Weird ass nigga.
He's involved in this.
Who are we cheering for? What kind of question is this for? For sure, we're cheering for Bron over Steph, Clay, and Draymond.
We've already seen the tweets.
Then KD responds with another one. Hey, Kyrie saying.
Trying to predict the future is a hazardous occupation. The only thing we can be sure of is that it will be absolutely fantastic.
That I knew. He's constantly on his phone. A few years ago, when I was in Twitter Spaces with KD, and we were going back and forth, and there was a couple of things that KD was saying that I knew was factually incorrect, such as when he had said something along the lines of, "Well, we don't talk like that. We us like NBA players, we don't talk like that. Da 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 da. That's not how we talk." And I paused and I was like, but I know y'all do because I know you do. Because I know how you talk. Because I know people who are in the group chats that will tell me things, or I...
So, amongst like inner circles, it was already known Katie was talking spicy in these group chats. So this is like a known thing apparently. Okay.
I know niggas who have directly talked to you that will tell me things. And so, everything that KD has said now,
my actual dog,
or that's coming out about KD, does not surprise me. It just doesn't, because I know that KD was talking about his teammates and other people in the league 3 or 4 years ago, however long that was ago. I know that. But I know who KD is, and I know the way he talks about him. And most of y'all niggas think that I hate KD. KD on my body. Most of y'all niggas think I hate KD. It's not that I hate KD. I just don't like the fake shit. It's just like, bro, I know.
Thank you, bro. He's one of my top three. For me, it goes just in terms of favorite player. So obviously it's not GOAT debate. It goes Kyrie, LeBron, Kevin Durant. In that order. I love KD. I hate the behavior. You're old as shit, dog. You're a grown man. Why are we talking like a little girl? Why are we in group chats just being fake as fuck? Talking shit behind niggas' backs and smiling when we see them. Like, that's so fucking lame. I cannot express it enough. And it's like, again, it's one thing. Nobody's a fucking angel. We've all talked behind somebody's back before. What? I felt a sneeze coming. It doesn't seem like it's going to be realized. Nobody's a fucking angel, bro. We've all done it before, right? It's one thing to do it to with your close friends, because we all vent our frustrations about people to each other. But we usually do it with our inner circle, not fucking Twitter randoms, bro. Even when I was in Twitter group chats, I wasn't going around talking wild shit about the other people in the group chats, dog. Like, because at the end of the day, even if I did think somebody was there were some niggas who got exposed on Twitter that I was kind of like, I feel like this nigga might be weird low key, bro. I just had a feeling. And it came out that they were, in fact, weird as fuck. But even when I was kind of thinking to myself, like, I feel like this nigga might be weird, I always kept it to myself because I'm like, I don't know if I could trust you to not go around blabbing if I tell you this shit. Keep in mind, I'm like a whole decade younger than this nigga, bro. So how are you as a 37-year-old man not thinking about these things? Like, you're too old to be going around just gossiping. Like, that's essentially what he was doing, just gossiping and pillow talking to people that you don't know in real life. Like, these are your fans. You could tell by the way that they respond to the shit KD is saying in these chats. These are just a bunch of fanned out ass niggas who are happy to be in a group chat with Kevin Durant, basketball legend. And like, for me personally, as I'm doing like the whole content thing and I think about where, it could potentially go if I eventually figure all this shit out. One of the things that I always told myself is that I don't ever, if I, while I'm just daydreaming about the shit, whatever, if I ever do blow up, I don't want to be Hollywood. Like, I want to be able to, like, talk to my fans and be cool to them, whatever, if it ever gets to that point. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, low-key, I feel like you kind of need to be Hollywood, bro. Just a little bit. You can't ever let people, like, get too close. You can't go around telling fans your personal business at all. Like, I don't even think that shouldn't even need to be, like, something you consider doing, because at the end of the day, they're your fans. There always needs to be a barrier between you and your fan base. Especially for me, because I'm trying to stream. And I'm trying to, I see all these people with these, like, parasocial ass communities. I feel like there needs to be, like, a barrier between you and your community to avoid that. But one of the things that I never even considered avoiding down the line, if this shit takes off, is telling fans my personal business and my personal feelings around, like, other creators and whatnot. How is that even something that comes to mind? And I know that there are creators with, like, group chats and shit with their fans, and they get exposed all the time. That's why it's never been something that came to mind. I don't know, it's just dumb. Like, if we're being honest, it was just a really stupid ass thing for him to do. Like, why would you do that? Why would you think that's a good idea? You can't call Jabari Smith Jr. retarded when you're in group chats with Twitter randoms talking shit about your teammates. Like, you're dumb. I'm sorry. You are a fucking moron. That is about the dumbest thing you could do.
Oh, like, and on some, let me go back a little bit. I know for a fact there are plenty of teammates that probably talk about each other all the time. That's not anything new.
Of course.
I know that there are discussions that happen behind the scenes that are not beneficial or favorable to certain players in the league, regardless if it's with NBA players, coaches, executives, or ex-NBA players. I know that.
Of course. You don't think niggas was talking wild about Darvin Ham? You don't think Taco Tuesday? Nigga Braun had a little too much to drink. He wasn't talking spicy about Darvin Ham. You don't think niggas was talking crazy about Killian Hayes? Right, of course these things happen, but it's who they happen with.
KD might be the only person, though, and I could be wrong, but KD might be the only person who is seeking some form of validation, attention, and entertainment. So much so that he would actually make a fucking group chat with fans and then talk shit about his own teammates to his fans.
Dumb shit, bro. Dumb shit,
might be the
bro.
only one. Kevin Durant
stupid as hell, dog.
Kevin Durant is still trying to fill the void of proving what he has or has not accomplished and how good he is.
Like I said, I think he's bitter because it was supposed to be him and Bron, bro. It was supposed to be him and Bron chasing that greatest of all time position. And KD got left in the fucking dust. I think he is super bitter about that. See, I say things, but I'm not super good at articulating things sometimes. And then I hear a nigga like this articulate it way better and just off the cuff just know exactly what to say. And I'm like, damn, I wish I could do that. As I be feeling the same shit. But Lo is just like a far better speaker than me. Like if you watch his content at all, like it's clear. Like he's very good at what he does. No dick sucker.
And that's part of the reason why he left the Warriors.
Do create your own path forward.
I think part of the reason that he left the Warriors is I don't think he liked Draymond. And I don't think he liked the idea of going to a team and not being the clear number one in the eyes of the franchise. Like, obviously, in the eyes of us, the whole reason the entire world flipped the fuck out when Kevin fucking Durant went to the Warriors was because it was like, you guys just got 1A or 1B depending on where you stood at the time in terms of the Bron KD debate. That's why everybody was freaking out. We all knew that, like, Kevin Durant, 7-foot sniper, would change some things. 7-foot bucket. 7-foot demon, nigga. You're like, y'all don't need that. That's not even cool, dog. As somebody who is supposed to be in the GOAT combo going to a team that already won a championship, already went 73-9, did all the things. Right? Y'all don't need that. But I do think that he's a bit bitter about no longer being like part of the GOAT debate anymore.
He is going around bouncing from team to team that's not good enough to put him in the same position he was before with the Warriors and thinking that it's still good enough for him to win, though, in theory. And the reason why
a little bit of a different take than I had.
Not only do we saw the shit he was saying about Curry and Kerr and all those other, like, all the shit he was saying about them, but look at the teams that he is picking. Look at the situation that he's going to. KD is so desperate to try to prove a point to somebody that when he left OKC, the nigga was talking about how he was on a team of players who could not shoot. Just for him to then turn around and go to a team at the end of his career with a team with a bunch of players who cannot shoot. This nigga is so engulfed with trying to prove this point, and after the shit don't work, go to a group chat to shit on his own teammates. You're on a team with Jabari and Amin and Şengün. But you can't go to the team with Boston because remember when Boston was going up, they had just made, they were making conference finals run, young team. No, I got to go join a team with Kyrie. I got to make this random team with fucking Kyrie. That's what I got to do. Once that shit goes left, to be fair, he got traded to Phoenix, even though that was one of his preferable teams. And here we are now. If you go to San Antonio, you're not the best player on that team. It's Wemby. That is the reality. That's the truth.
I don't even think San Antonio would trade for KD. Especially not after this. I mean, would they win? Hell yeah. Like, he would actually be the perfect player for that team. I just don't see them wanting to give up their youth. I really think they're trying to make the youth movement work, and I'm in full support of that. Like, just do the Thunder method. Make sure you don't overpay your guys and have to break the team up later down the line, though. Like, that's... The San Antonio, they got it, bro. Especially now that Carter Bryant is, like, coming into his own and he's hitting those wide open catch and shoot shots. Hell yeah. Because he is a demon defensively. And that's really all they fucking needed was, like, a reliable 3-and-D type player. And they need, of course, Dylan Harper. Stephon Castle's already coming to his own, but they need Dylan Harper to start, you know. They need his development to pan out. But even without that, like, you still have De'Aaron Fox. Castle is a fucking demon. Who else? Juju, he's solid, right? Keldon's solid. You still have Harrison Barnes, very solid vet coming off the bench. Oh, no, I think he starts, actually. I'm tweaking. Does he? See, I'll be catching a lot of games while I'm at work. So I know who the teams have, but I never see their starting lineups because, like, I'll finish something up and then I'll tune into the game. So I don't know who they're actually starting a lot of the time. But, yeah, bro, like, San Antonio has something. I don't see them trading for Kevin Durant. He could sign in the offseason if he wants, whenever his contract is up. I don't know when that is, but don't trade for KD, especially not after this, right? Especially not after this. Like, I'm sorry, being a locker room cancer is like a real thing. The last thing you need is for a vet player who guys would normally look up to and respect. I don't even think Wemby would respect him. Like, when you hear how Wemby talks, like, he seems like a kid with a lot of, like, integrity, good moral values. I don't think he would respect a Kevin Durant after this. Hell no. Wemby might beat the shit out there. Yo, can you imagine it comes out that Wemby just teed off on KD in the locker room? As he found out he was talking crazy. Nah, bro. That's not happening.
You go to San Antonio, that's Wemby's team. You go to San Antonio, y'all end up winning. You're back in the same situation you were in with the Warriors. You're back in that exact same situation. That's exactly where you are. You're back in a situation where a team that can compete and you're not universally viewed as the best player, and look at that, how much help you have around you. That's why. That's why you didn't do that. That's why. KD's talked about a lot of players and how he's better than them being passing isn't that impressive. I can pass just as good as that player. Oh, this didn't work because of XYZ, this, that, and the third, and then never says anything publicly or behind the scenes because he feels like that's a general manager's job, which is fair.
You know what's funny now that he's saying all this? Yeah, obviously defense isn't that sexy. It's still important, though. Still a very important part of the game. You got to be able to stop the guys from scoring as much as your team is scoring. Obviously. KD wasn't necessarily shit-talking more defensive-oriented players, but he was, like, downplaying their impact. Why did you go to a team that is pretty much a defensive-oriented team to be pretty much the only effective half-court scorer? Why did you do that? Like, yeah, Sengun can score in a half-court offense, but he can only really score close to the basket. which is why they weren't able to do shit. Like, he's not like a put the ball in his hands and get the fuck out of his way type player. Like, he can be doubled, he can be slowed down and stopped. We went to a team with a bunch of non-shooters and a bunch of non-half court scorers. Like, the Rockets didn't really have half court offense. Before you got there. Well, they had Fred too, but do you really want Fred VanVleet to... Well, I guess we haven't really seen him on the Rockets, but it's like, fuck, bro. Like, make the shit make sense. You don't really stand on shit. If we're keeping it a buck, you don't. Because if half-court offense and scoring was so important to you, I mean, shit, you could have went to Utah. You got a bunch of scorers over there. Yuck. Pistons, no. Raptors, yeah. You could have went to the Raps. Could have been a Laker. I'm pretty sure KD was on the... No, he wasn't. Was he? Nah, he wasn't. He wasn't on the Rockets before the Luka trade. Actually, I think that happened in the offseason. Yeah, I'm tweaking. But, I mean, you've had scorers on your team. Devin Booker is a scorer. Y'all weren't really able to make shit happen. I don't know, bro. It's just like... What does KD want? KD wants to be in the perfect situation to where they can not only win, but he can be the best player on the team. Hold on. But he wants to be on a team with a bunch of scorers. Right? Dory. The problem is KD is no longer the best scorer in the league, and he won't be. Dory, you need to calm the fuck down. Seriously. There's never going to be a situation where he is the best scorer on the team and they're able to win. That's what I think. Like, that ship is sailed, brother. Let me go get this fucking door, bro. You need to calm down.
To make the adjustments and additions to the team, but in the same breath will go into a group chat with a bunch of fucking fans, an echo chamber, and tell all his grievances there, but doesn't say it to no one else that needs to actually hear it. So no, this does not surprise me. It's gonna be mad awkward when they get back.
Alrighty. I think that's a wrap for today. This is literally all I wanted to talk about on stream. Yeah, peace.